This hour of Good Morning Cincinnati, the Hamilton County Democratic Chairman, Tim Burke, talked to us about the outcome of the presidential race.
I don't think there were many people a week ago who would have ever expected this outcome, including most of the Trump people. A bit of a shocker is a terrific understatement. Huge shock last night in the presidential race.
And now we are joined by Hamilton County Republican Party Chair Alex Triantafilou to talk about the election, someone who was working for just this shocking result.
Are you shocked too, Alex?
I'm shocked. There's no doubt about it. We knew we were underdogs going in last night. I knew there was a path, but I am absolutely shocked, but pleasantly so.
Yeah, it was one of those things where as you watched it, you even saw the national media pundits sort of this sort of disbelief come over their faces as that path got easier for him and started to become almost impossible for her. Were you surprised as it started to break that the path for her just started dissolving right in front of our eyes?
Yeah, I was surprised at that, but I will say this to you guys. This is a pattern we saw in the primary time and again, where, it would seem like, the talking heads across the board, even establishment Republicans, would count him out, and then the voters would get a chance to speak. And every time they got a chance to go to the polls, they would pick Donald Trump. I know that was just in our primary, but I knew there was a hidden vote there for Donald Trump. I knew it. Was it enough to carry the day? I probably wouldn't have bet the house last night that he would win. But again, there was this is the American people talking to us. I think we all agree on that, and that's incredible.
So what are the American people saying about what they want from Washington?
I think they want real change. I mean, there's no question that Donald Trump is a change agent. This is a person not beholden to either party. Look, this may be a good day for the Republicans because we won and he had coattails, but it's at the end of the day, the establishment, Republicans and Democrats, and the status quo is not what they want. And people feel disconnected generally from their government. It just sends a lot of messages about what people think, and I think that's what we're learning.
Now, you've got a GOP House, you've got a GOP Senate, but because of the establishment, can the establishment get along well enough with Donald Trump to do some of these things that he wants to do?
So I'm cautiously optimistic about that. I think some of the bravado we saw in the campaign, you saw it fade away a little bit last night in his remarks. But I think, this is a man who has been in leadership his whole life. He's built a successful business. He knows how to negotiate. People that know him on the inside in New York, he wasn't sort of a reviled guy. He was fairly well liked in Manhattan until he got into politics and things started to change. So what I'm looking for from him is someone who's going to say, you know what, I got a chance here to really reshape the country, not in a partisan way, but to solve problems. And that's what I think you can look to see him do.
There are a lot of people, Tim Burke said last hour, people on the Democratic side are afraid. Some people will not forget some of the angry, hateful, quite frankly, hateful things he said during the campaign. What has to happen for the country to come together and heal those wounds?
I mean, he's got to be part of that. Donald Trump has to do that. And I think last night was a great first start. I'm hearing today that he's going to go visit the White House, I think tomorrow or the next day with President Obama. I love this moment in America when the two leaders will get together. I think President Obama has a responsibility there. I think Donald Trump will be gracious in victory. I fully expect that he will. And I think that's when the healing will begin, when we see our national leadership feuding for a year, coming together and saying, let's do what's best for the country.
Just very quickly before we wrap up, what do you think about Hamilton County going blue?
Not surprised. This gets harder and harder for us to win in Hamilton County. We had a couple of tough losses locally last night, but we delivered as many votes as we could to make the state red.
Well, I know it was such a busy night for you, Alex. Thanks for coming in
Always
with
enjoy
us
it,
this
guys.
morning.
Thank you.
We do
Thanks,
too.
Alex.